What is up, guys? Delboy here. So according to Frank Warren and Tyson Fury, a fight with Deontay Wilder is on the cards and could take place in December. Apparently this fight is deep in negotiations, so hopefully we'll hear some more news soon. I personally feel we're not going to see this fight this year. I think this is a big PR stunt for both guys to gain some notoriety, to gain some buzz, to get some shine on their names. That's what I feel is happening here. I cannot see this fight happening this year. Frank Warren, Team Fury, all the people around him have been very vocal in saying that Fury needs multiple fights to come back and get in shape and regain his form. People were saying he needs 3, 4, 5 fights, and Warren was saying the same thing. So I cannot see Tyson Fury fighting Deontay Wilder in December. I just don't think it's going to happen. I personally feel this is a big PR stunt to gain some attention. And to be honest with you, I personally do not feel Tyson Fury is anywhere near ready for a fight with Deontay Wilder. I've got to be honest with you. I felt he looked pretty bad against Sefer, and that was to be expected. He's been out of a ring for a long, long time. He put on a lot of weight. And, it's going to take him a few fights to get back to his normal self, if he does get back to his normal self, because that's not a guarantee. So I don't want to see it happen this year. I want to see Fury try and get back to his best. I want to see Fury, after this Pianetta fight, have a little step up from there and see where he's at. But I don't think this fight is going to happen. Like I said earlier, I think it's a PR move. But not only that, I've followed Tyson Fury since day one. I remember when Tyson Fury was viewed as a joke by most people in the UK. This is a fact. When Fury was on the come up, along with David Price was the guy who was supposed to... He was supposed to be the man who was going to take over from Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. I'd say 80% of people were on the David Price bandwagon. And I remember that time actually quite clearly because I said Fury was going to beat David Price if they fought, but it never happened. And, David Price fell by the wayside. Tyson Fury kept on winning. He eventually got a shot at Vladimir Klitschko and he won the title. At that stage, Tyson Fury got all of his fans and people were like, oh, we knew Tyson Fury was going to be the world champion. We knew he was going to go all the way. Listen, man, half of these Fury fans are full of shit. They weren't there from day one. Because I remember it vividly, how Tyson Fury was almost viewed as a joke at the time. He was the guy who was known for uppercutting himself in the face. He was the guy who was known for getting a gift decision against John McDermott. But people just jump on bandwagons and whatnot, and don't believe the hype about Tyson Fury. His fan base they jumped on at a certain point. I'm just going to say that. And his fans do annoy me, I've got to be honest with you. They are not as bad as Wilder fans, but they're probably on par with Anthony Joshua fans. These guys are fucking annoying. But my point is that Fury in the past, people act like this guy's a warrior, he'll take any sort of risks. That's not the case, man. He's not going to fight Deontay Wilder when he's not 100%. It's not going to happen. This is a guy who ducked David Price. Let's be honest about it. He never wanted to fight David Price back in the day. People are going to laugh now, but like I said, if you're being real and you can recall back to that time, you would agree with me that people at the time were picking David Price to go the furthest out of the two. That's just a fact. And Tyson Fury never wanted to fight David Price. Period. Never wanted to fight David Price. He never wanted to take the risk. Tyson Fury wanted to get to a title shot, earn his money, and go from there. And what happened was David Price fell by the wayside. Tyson Fury kept on winning. He got his world title shot. And he wasn't expected to win. But he did, and he performed exceptionally well. He boxed a great fight. And all the credit to him. But when it came time to rematching Klitschko, and really taking the division by storm, really stamping his authority on the division, and when there was something to lose, he bottled it. He didn't want to know. Just like when there was something to lose against David Price, he didn't want to know. Going into the Klitschko fight, he had nothing to lose. He was a big underdog. Same as the David Haye or the proposed David Haye fights. He was a big underdog. He had nothing to lose and a lot to gain. At very worst case, he was going to get millions of pounds. And at best case, he's going to get millions of pounds and a big win over David Haye. And it was the same for the Klitschko fight. But when he's got something to lose, man, Tyson Fury doesn't respond well. And that's why I don't think this Wilder fight's going to happen now. And if it does happen now, Tyson Fury is just cashing out. The people around him know he's shot, and he's going to get knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And for the record, by the way, even if Tyson Fury was 100% fit, I think Wilder is a really, really hard matchup for him. Really hard matchup, because Deontay Wilder he's not the same boxer as Vladimir Klitschko. We know that. We know Klitschko is a much better boxer than Wilder. But the difference between those two is, like, let's say Fury has a similar start against Wilder where he's boxing him, he's outboxing him, he's winning the first few rounds. Wilder is not going to stay passive like Klitschko. He's not going to let the round slip. He's going to swing, he's going to go for the knockout. And if he connects on Fury, chances are he's going to do some damage. So even if Fury was in his prime and at his best, it's not a guarantee that he's going to beat Deontay Wilder. In fact, if he is at his best, I would probably still lean towards Deontay Wilder. Because although Klitschko is a much better boxer than Wilder, let's say Wilder is in the same position where Klitschko was, where he's a few rounds down. Deontay Wilder, for one thing, he's not going to be passive. He's not going to sit there and take it. He's going to come out and swing. He's going to be looking for those big knockout shots. And if he catches Tyson Fury, he has enough power to hurt him badly and knock him out. Let's be honest, people make out like Tyson Fury is some sort of Willie Pep. He's been hit before. He's been dropped hard before. He's been dropped by non-punchers. If Wilder connects on Tyson Fury, it's lights out. And that could be this version of Fury or Prime Fury, doesn't matter. Fury is not going to fight Deontay Wilder in December, and if he does, I think it's because his team knows something that we don't, and they know that he has to be cashed out, because Tyson Fury, again going into this Wilder fight, let's say it happens in December, does he really have anything to lose? He gains millions of pounds. He's still got the excuse that he's fat, he's overweight, he's coming off a long layoff. There's people out there who think he's shot. A lot of people think he's washed up in the UK. Does he really have anything to lose by fighting Deontay Wilder? For my money, no. Does he have something to lose by getting back to the shape he was in and fighting AJ in a massive domestic heavyweight title fight? That would be an incredibly high pressure situation. All the UK would be watching. We all know what Tyson Fury has said about Joshua in the past. There'd be a bit of needle going into that fight. And Tyson Fury has his pride to lose in that fight. Against Deontay Wilder, he doesn't have as much to lose as far as I'm concerned. He can use that excuse that he's still out of shape, that the long layoff affected him, all that nonsense. Against Joshua, if he were to do it properly and come back and have his tune-up fights and get back to his best and then fight Joshua and lose, that loss is a lot more damaging than losing to Deontay Wilder in December, as far as I'm concerned. Tyson Fury, he's a joker. I don't take anything this guy says seriously anymore. And I'm not a fan of the big heavyweight three, to be honest with you. I'm not a fan of Joshua, really. I think Joshua has done the most out of all of them. I was a fan of Tyson Fury, but the bullshit just got too much. And Deontay Wilder is a guy who, actually, if it wasn't for his toxic fan base, I'd actually like him the most. Because he knocks people out. He's a fun fighter to watch. I would like Deontay Wilder the most. But the fact that he has a toxic fan base, and it's not the fact that his fan base are toxic, because I don't really dislike fighters because of fighters' fan bases, but he really buys into it. And you can see Deontay Wilder, especially over the last couple of years, he's really turned into a bitter, vindictive, petty kind of guy. And that personality doesn't really endear to me. So I think overall, if who do I enjoy watching the most out of all three of these guys, it's Deontay Wilder. I've got to be honest. But it's just his fan base and his personality is just a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit psycho. It's a little bit, Stan-like. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit weird. But Yeah, all three of these guys are full of shit, to be honest with you. But Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury, is it going to happen in December? I don't think so. If it does happen, I feel Fury is just cashing out. What did you guys think? Peace.